Hey, what is going on, everyone? So today I actually wanted to, drop some value on outreach and really talk about, why it's working so well for me, because I've noticed that a lot of people just send me a message and are like, Bass, how do you get freaking 9 meetings a day, man? Like 9 sales appointments, right? And, it wasn't always like this for the last few months, okay? I didn't have weeks where I even had like 10 sales calls total. Like, the thing with this is there's a long tail if you are playing a long-term game here and not just, sending out cold message after cold message or a loom audit after loom audit, okay? Like, you have to understand as humans, the main principle on, why we like people from the other people is because we have a relationship with them, right? Just take, for example, two things here. So number one, take, for example, the courses you've invested in, a mentor you've gotten. Like, I'm sure there's been a scenario where you've invested into a certain individual because of the relationship you have with the individual or the one you wanted to establish, okay? Or the example of when a lot of people start out with their business, first thing they do is they look around at, like, their parents, their family, whether, they can make their starting point there. And why is that starting point? Well, because they have a relationship with these individuals, right? So you have to understand that outreach, if you make that really key switch from just focusing on taking and wanting to extract money and optimizing all the thoughts you have in your head about like making money, which is not a bad thing to a certain extent, right? But if you make that switch to starting to build relationships, that's going to be key for you, okay? And then also another thing is you have to learn from practical matters on how to manage conversations, right? I see so many people asking, hey, Bass, what should I reply to this? What should I reply to this? What should I reply to this? And I'm like, I give him answers from time to time, but when it's just too much, not that I can handle it, but it's more so, dude, like, you're trying to establish a business here, and if you want to run it by your own at one point with a team, then you need to be able to like reply to people on your own, right? So learn to manage conversations. And another second key principle is, aside of like, building a relationship, is really focusing on giving and not taking, right? And what I mean with giving is, I can really recommend a book here that's going to help you out massively with everything I'm talking about here. And that is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it talks about, like why you should not try to win an argument because, it doesn't bring added value to anything. Why you shouldn't criticize or condemn people, even if you may be in the right in both scenarios. Like, it's not going to add any value to the conversation or anything you're doing, even if you're right, okay? Like, take for instance, if you're talking to your girlfriend or boyfriend, like they're saying something you're not agreeing with and you start an argument and you're right, like what kind of like added value does it bring? Like absolutely nothing, right? And so if you are focusing on giving, building relationships, and not like in the first 7 days of talking to a prospect, asking for a meeting, okay, then there's a long tail to this. And even after 2 weeks, if you do get on a meeting, they say no, like they'll start following you because you've established a relationship with them. And maybe they don't need, marketing or whatever service you have in, the first 2 weeks you have that relationship, but maybe they need it like, 1 or 2 months later from now. Okay, and if you play the long-term game, you're gonna really reap the fruits of what you're building out here yourself instead of, like kind of a cold message attempt fail, right? And you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be that guy that just doesn't have a long tail as to what he's building, okay? And then again, like I leave in everyone's respect, like how they want to run their business, but this is like what's working really well for me, and hence why I want to share it with the people who are open to learning and trying out new things, okay? And then another thing that's what I've seen a lot of people struggle with, and that is this: they take it personally when someone doesn't reply to them or tell them to like fuck off, and you have to understand that 10 out of 10 times the message you send out that doesn't get a reply or gets told that, it's because you focus on taking, and it's not even a personal message that you're sending out to those individuals that are not replying or telling you to fuck off, right? So don't take it personal back when they come back to you and say like go away, okay? Like, don't do that. It's just like gonna create unnecessary pressure and negative thoughts inside your head that are just gonna spiral and just may even lead to you stopping doing outreach for the day, right? So guys, just to conclude this video, just make sure you focus on building relationships and you're giving. You're not always like in the position of taking. You're focusing on giving to the market, and you're focusing on what they need and not what you need, okay? So that's just like, the value I wanted to drop by today, which just goes not about what kind of like template you should use, what kind of like script you should use or anything along those lines. Like, try to use your natural instinct, build a relationship, because people will like you for who you are. And once you see the confirmation of building a relationship, making a sale, and then you've been yourself all the time, right? Then you'll feel a lot more confident into like like, you know, with yourself basically, okay? So that's just like the value I wanted to drop by today, and I hope this helped some of you. And if you liked it, just leave a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoy these type of videos, because, you know, like I just like to film them with my iPhone, just make them really simple, talk with you guys. And yeah, guys, with that, I just want to conclude this video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.